Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot. Hope you guys are feeling pretty good. Welcome to your weekly reading. Today, we're going to be looking at your current and future energy, looking at that with the Lenormand Oracle, and then clarifying with the Hermetic Tarot. If you are new here, or just for everybody, honestly, make sure to like and share the video, subscribe. Comment if you like, put on the notifications if you subscribe, and if you want a personal reading, information for that is down below. But if you're new here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you stay. It's pretty fun over here. All the returning visitors will let you know. It's usually a vibe. We're usually chilling over here. I know I'm saying all that, but other than that, if you're a returning visitor, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate the continued support. I love you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah. Anything other than that? I'm planning on working on new spreads and using new decks and things like that. But all that transformation is coming soon. We are in process, so hopefully this will be okay for today. We're gonna be doing the current and future energy spread again. Let's see. Starting with Lenormand. I'm gonna pull 2 cards for your current and future with both decks. With the Oracle first, and then using the Tarot to clarify. But just to see if this resonates, because this is going to be a collective reading, to see if this resonates, I'll pull like 1 card from the Lenormand Oracle to see what the overall energy is. And if that resonates with you, then this will be a reading for you, and then we'll see what your current and future energy will be to give you some clarity, give you some advice, things like that. So let's see. Just 1 card to see the overall energy from Lenormand. I always have trouble pronouncing that L sometimes. Lenormand. What would be the collective overall energy? We have the child. The child. Number 13, which is Scorpio energy, the death card in the tarot. So it's about transformation. This is so interesting. I was going to do a set of transformation readings because it feels like there's been another huge transformation going on, but I'm not too sure yet. At the bottom, the 10 of Cups. That's very nice. With the loyal dog. So something about loyalty, something about childhood, something about transformation. I see he's reading a storybook, so something about reading, something about a story. Rewriting a story. This could be something about like in your childhood, like revisiting a story and like understanding it differently from like the lens of like an adult version of you, or just like seeing a past scenario. It doesn't even have to be childhood. It's like seeing a past scenario, where like you're a different version of yourself, and now that you are a new version of yourself, you're like re-examining it from like the eyes of like a transformed version of you. So something about just like this is something about us. This is definitely something about a transformation going on with you right now. I feel like if this reading is for you, you're going through a transformation, and what it is right now, because it's specific with this child reading this book. It's like you are rereading or re-examining an older version of yourself. And what I can't tell what it is, but whatever it is, like I see the rainbow here in this book, and I also see the 10 of Cups at the bottom. So that's the 10 of Cups would usually be a rainbow card. So it's almost like what it is it's like it's almost you're like bridging a gap, it's like you're connecting the two, where it's like you're allowing yourself to understand that older version of yourself. You're allowing yourself to connect with it. You're bridging that. It's hard to explain. I hope this what I'm saying is like it's like the feeling of getting to the end of the other rainbow. So it's like now you're feeling content with this memory, or you're feeling content with this older version of yourself. It's like you're finding happiness within this transformation, whatever's going on with this. I don't know, that's a good thing. um Definitely, that's if that's what's going on with you right now, then this is the reading for you. um if you're going through some sort of transformation, I will say there is happiness at the end of this, for sure. Like a lot of happiness with the Ten of Cups. So let's see. um Alright, so for the collective, what is the current energy with the Lenormand Oracle? What's the current energy with the Lenormand Oracle? Oh, the Ten of Wands. Interesting, we have the Ten of Cups, but now we're expressing a Ten of Wands energy. So, and that's the bear. Sorry for the rip in the card. I need to get a new set of decks of this. I need to get a new Lenormand deck, because oh my god, this one's kind of falling apart. So yeah, I don't know, that's the energy too. Um, I always feel like what I speak randomly sometimes comes out in the cards too. So like, yeah, falling apart. Like the cards, like maybe with this Ten of Wands energy, you feel like you've been falling apart recently, or in your current energy, it's like there's a lot of weight, there's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of with the wands, there's like a lot of passion, there's like a lot of drive to get something done, a lot of fire that you're using, a lot of passion, and it could feel maybe exhausting, or it could feel like you're falling apart. This is like at the point where now you're like releasing a burden with the Ten of Wands. And see how this bear is like swimming in the water now? Or whereas this bear would have been hunting for hours and hours, this is now time. It maybe feels like hibernation. Because for us right now, while I'm filming, this is almost like Thanksgiving time, almost pretty much winter. It's like the transition between fall and winter right now. Because we still have a bit of fall with Thanksgiving, and then we'll have winter later on with December and such. But this is like November-ish time. So I don't know. It feels like also like preparing for hibernation, preparing to let go of the burdens in order to. I think like with the Ten of Wands, it's like because this could have been the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands. This could have been any wand card. But it's like with the ten, it's like the return. It's like the give and take. So it's like you want to let go of all these burdens so that you have like an equally like really good restful time, if that makes sense. Like you want to release all this so that when it comes time for hibernation, you'll be able to swim in these waters and feel very comfortable because you've released those burdens. But it's like right now, it could feel kind of cold. That's what the Ten of Wands would be there for, to warm you up. But it's like it's okay to sink into this coldness, because this is like what's gonna be healing for you. So it's like right now you may be preparing for healing as well. At the bottom, is the wishing well is at the bottom, which is pretty nice. Um, that feels like Christmas time. Getting ready to make some wishes, getting ready to make some I don't know, to hope for, to wish for a good time, to wish for you're wishing for something. I don't know what that is. I have no clue, but I would definitely say like probably a better time, because the Ten of Wands here does feel pretty exhausting. Um, and I just noticed there's a lot of white energy in this as well, which symbolically is like purity, cleansing. So again, more of that cleansing energy, but it's like purity. We also have the child come out, which was the first card, and that's another energy of like innocence, of purity. So there's a lot of energy of like innocence and purity within this right now. So it's like trying to recapture that innocence, recapture that purity. Um, in the current, like right now, whatever you're doing right now, it's like it's it's like It's like so close, but I can't touch that feeling. It's like whatever it is, there's a lot of re energy too. So doing something, it's like the energy of doing it again. But it's like I don't know, recapturing. The best way I can say it is like whatever version of this self of yourself this was, the version of yourself that you were like with the child energy, the version that we were talking about, where it's like you may have been like maybe even suppressing an older version of yourself, or like just trying not to remember it. It's very hard because maybe I don't know for what reason, but I just say with the bear energy here right now, it's like the more um I don't know. I just imagine it being like I just imagine it like as in like that version of yourself was like erased from your memory, but the more that you remember it and recapture it in like a better like looking at it in a better light, trying to look at it from a more innocent perspective, trying to nurture yourself and I don't know, it feels like that the more it like brings it back to life. There's a lot with that energy. We're gonna keep moving forward and clarify with tarot. It's just like remembering the good within the past version of yourself and bringing that to life. So like you can recapture your innocence and recapture all of the newness and like the creativity, and you can like harness that now. But it's like a death process and like a death and rebirth process because like you have to look at yourself in a different light. I don't know how to explain that. We'll get into that with tarot. Oracle is very out there. I haven't even researched what the fuck a polar bear is supposed to mean in this card. Other than hibernation. So again, maybe there's a hibernation energy right now for you. Maybe that last message was just for someone very specific, and not the entire collective. But I don't even know. I don't know. Oof, what just flew out? The birds and the clover. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But whatever that means to you, that could be about luck. That can be about um, new communities. Um, the birds are also about small talk. So like lucky conversations that involve small talk. So having a good like flow and good like having good luck just within small conversations. That could be good as you're getting to know something or a new cycle. Um, so, anyways, moving forward, what's the future energy with the Lenormand Oracle for the collective? What's the future energy? Oh, another 10. Is tens on top of tens for this whole reading? This is a scythe. Um, is this a scythe? Yeah, this is the scythe. This is this card's all about harvest. So bringing in a harvest, going into this hibernation, and then bringing in the harvest of whatever it is that you wished for within this harvest. Um, and also wish for and worked for sure, because this card is all about cutting out old things and then making the space to grow new things. So you're cutting out old things and whatever the good is in that, like exactly whatever the good is within whatever good there is in your past, you're harvesting it and you're using it as the fuel to move forward. Like you're like it's like this wheat here. It's like you would harvest this and all the and all the stuff that you need to make bread, you would make it, and then all the stuff you don't need, you just throw it away, right? So it's almost like it's like what people say with like readings. It's like take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's like that's what you're doing with the wheat. You're taking what resonates, you're using that as fuel, and all the stuff that you don't need, you're just gonna toss it out because if you put this in the bread, it's not gonna taste good. You can't put that whole stack of wheat or in the bread. It's almost like it's like almost if you made like an apple pie and then you used all the seeds too. That wouldn't. I mean, maybe that would taste good if you like that taste. But I mean, what's another example? I don't know, like making like I don't know. I don't know, but you get the example. It's like you take out what you don't need and you use it, but the important part is the important part is that you're using what you do need for fuel. Um, and with this 10 here, it's ending an old cycle because you're cutting that out. You're getting rid of because you've already grown this to its maximum capacity. That's why you're cutting it down because now you can use it. And so that's what the 10's saying. You that this old cycle, it's already been grown to its maximum capacity. Now you can cut it down and use it for what you need to use it for, and continue with this with the Knight of Pentacles. Continue moving forward in your story. And this 10 is nice because, like it says, that's over, but don't fret. There's a new beginning on the way. Just keep moving forward. It's like it's almost like, oh, good job. It's like the energy of good job. You did great, but don't sit down now because you still have work to do. But it's like it's good because the work brings in more bounty. Like you have more experience. You can bring in more income. You can bring in more. It feels like rest as well because like this is because like I said like don't sit down, but like there is like an energy if you can sit down, especially with the bear because you've done a lot of work. 10 of Wands, and this 10 is now being translated to all right. We'll change the cycle for you. Just keep moving forward and take the steps as you know how. So again, this is another energy of following your own path. Um, Still being yourself. Um, because the bear here energies that it feels very much the polar bear. I don't know what it is, but it feels very independent. It feels very like I'm gonna do it my own way, sort of an energy, but still very smart about it with the Knight of Pentacles here too as well. It's just definitely very like following your own path. Um, but it feels very wise as well. So it's like I don't know how to explain that. At the bottom, ooh, the Rider, the Nine of Cups. See, there's some great information coming into you as well. There's that one. So like this cycle is ending with the 10, and here is I don't know what it is going to be a sign or information you get, but it's just like here's the brand new cycle coming into you. That's beautiful. Uh, let's see. So now we're going to use the Hermetic Tarot. We got the universe or the world at the bottom. I thought the rain would let up, but do y'all hear that? To escucha? I don't even know if I'm using that right. I gotta go back on Duolingo. Yes, it is. For some reason, it does feel like it's raining in this card too a little bit. But it's like it's an environment that the polar bear does feel natural in. Or maybe not. I'm not too sure. I can't tell from the card, but we'll keep moving forward and see what's up. Finding it difficult. These are like stuck together, trying to shuffle. All right. Okay, so we have the bear in the past. I was trying to see what number that was, but the card's all effed up. Damn, yeah, I cannot see that. So if you guys know what number that is, you probably know the deck. If you do, the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, you can look up what number that is and see what that means to you. But I cannot see it. So let's see. In your current energy, we have the bear. What does the bear mean for us with the Hermetic Tarot that flew out? The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Getting some balance, aligning yourself. Material success. Ooh, that feels, yeah. I said the words hibernation and harvest. Those are both H's. Something about that feels important. One thing I just noticed is that like an H is like two lines, and then it's what's the word? I guess combined by like a line in between, like a almost like a bridge, which is what we were talking about a lot. It's like something bridging. So it's like and it helps connect these two. So something about connecting two parts of yourself, connecting two times of yourself, connecting I don't know, connecting with yourself so that you can align with yourself almost like even look at this. It's like literally those two lines and then however it is that you connect it in between. I don't know, something about that I can't explain. At the bottom is the sun. That's pretty nice. And maybe that is because the sun is about growth. It could be about growth because the sun helps things grow. It gives things energy to live. So yeah, Six of Pentacles, growth, balance. With the bear too. The bear is a Ten of Wands. So yeah, releasing a burden so that you could gain balance. Six of Pentacles, sharing your resources. So maybe if you do have burdens, you're sharing them. You're getting a load off. You're letting people know what's going on. Um, so that you can release the burden off of yourself. Um, Six of Pentacles. This could be coming out of a Five of Pentacles period as well. It feels so much like. So it's like now you are now reaching a destination of balance. Um, I feel like we got Five Pentacles recently within these readings. If you are a returning visitor, I feel like we got Five Pentacles recently, and I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. Like this isn't. I kind of like Five Pentacles, even though Five Pentacles can be very cold, very desolate. And even look how this is cold and desolate, but like look how the polar bear actually kind of fits in here. So it's like it's like if the Five of Pentacles is that journey to find where you belong, to find your warm spot. This is like now you found it, and it's like you didn't even need to find a warm spot because you grew that coat of warm spots. So wherever you go, you'll be warm. So it's like really nice in your current energy. It's like you've made it to some point, or you are making it to a point where things are starting to become a little bit more balanced. Things are starting to align out for you, and it's like it's not because of anything that happened to you externally. It's not because of it's not because the universe gave it to you. It's because you journeyed on your own, and you grew your coat of like armor yourself. So now all it is just accepting the gifts of the universe, because you have yourself set from a foundation, and that foundation is yourself. You've walked a mile in your own shoes. You've done the work, and it's just like the moon in Taurus too. So it's almost like it feels very like unknown, and then like step by step, long term consistency. So it's like having to do the steps and having to take the steps and keep moving forward in the moon, in like the unknown, in a time where you can't see much. Um, but that grows, that's like it grows a certain amount of like armor, and it grows a certain amount of like exterior. Like you did this on your own. You grew this armor on your own. You grew out this fur, this warmth for yourself. It's like you're not waiting. You weren't gonna wait for someone to save you and come bring you a warm spot. You took the journey and grew the warm spot on your own. So it's very, I don't know, it's very nice. Six of Pentacles is balancing out. So now in return, it's like the universe is like, okay, we're gonna grant you with. It's like the universe would help you regardless, but it's like you helped yourself in a beautiful way, and like almost like it's like you did more than the universe was expecting, in a good way, you really ace the lesson in this, and that's why the Ten of Wands coming in. That's why the Ten of that's why there's so many tens, because like you really ace this lesson in a great way, and you're especially in your current energy. In your current energy, it's like you're now releasing the burden of this, and you're allowing yourself to receive balance and receive. Um, with Taurus, it's like you're allowing yourself to receive the fruits of your labors, and almost like yeah, especially with the scythe coming forward. So, um, let's see what we have in the future energy with the scythe and the number 10. Let's see. In the future, we have the scythe. With the Hermetic Tarot, what does the scythe have to talk about? Oi. I just had like 3 cards fall out, but it was the 3 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Wands. I couldn't even process what that would mean. Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Wands. It's like a shift for sure. But the Wheel of Fortune is the number 10, which is funny. So it's another 10. Oh, these cards are sticking together like it's nobody's business. Boy. These cards are so... Oh my goodness. And there's the Wheel of Fortune again. With the Knight of Cups. So the Wheel of Fortune is shifting a lot of things. Boy. And I always say major arcana is the universe coming in to help. So that's where the universe is helping out. The universe is coming to shift things when you've completed them. It's like it's like with the Knight of Pentacles over here. It's like every time you do complete something, the universe is right behind you to shift it. So it's like if you complete that test, the universe is right there to transmute that hard work into fruits of your labor. So as soon as you complete a task, the universe is right there to transmute it. Oh, these cards are sticking together. There's nothing to help them. Oh my gosh. Usually a little shuffle like that helps, but it's still like... Oh, sorry. Okay, it was like drizzling. What the fuck is going on now? Okay, so the scythe, the future energy with the scythe. Wow, so the Knight of Pentacles is at the bottom, that being with the Jack of Diamonds, so it's Knight of Pentacles. With that, and we also have the Knight of Pentacles coming out as well, to clarify. The Knight of Pentacles. So that's definitely saying that the Knight of Pentacles work here is important. The taking the steps. And there's also an energy of resting, because Knight of Pentacles does take a step. It's almost like a workout, but like a it could be like a workout, but like a person who's like almost like it just feels more grounded, like more realistic, more common sense. So it's like it's like walking a mile and then sitting for like 2 minutes, and then walking another few miles and then sitting for like 5 minutes. It's like it's a smart worker, or it's a work work smarter, not harder, in a sense where like you are pacing yourself, almost like the tortoise and the hare, that kind of thing. It's like it's almost a lot of that energy where it's like you're working smarter, in a sense, in the future, and because of that, you're bringing in more reward. Not only are you being granted the time and ability to work, and really tend to your gardens, which is like all the things that you want to grow for yourself. Where did this come from? I love my home state. Um, yeah, not only are you working, but you're also taking the time to rest and heal and take care of yourself. Um, the Knight of Pentacles coming out is also saying that you're growing a lot. This is Leo and Virgo energy, so there is having mastered in this card at least, with the placements right there, we have Leo and double Virgo, so it's like the last deacon of Leo and the first two deacons of Virgo. Um, so that just says the last deacon of Leo would have to deal with because Leo's like the lion, the performer, the leader. So having learned how to lead, having learned how to step out into the spotlight, having learned how to really represent yourself and really protect that what you care for, and really be like creative and artistic, and really how to utilize all that passionate energy. Now you're stepping into a point where you're organizing it. So maybe stepping out of the spotlight, maybe stepping out, because that Leo to Virgo is stepping out of the spotlight, and then Virgo's like the hermit that's going within. So maybe stepping out of a point where you were leading in a sense, or you were in a spotlight, or stepping out of a phase where you were, because you've mastered a phase of learning how to lead others, and now you're learning how to lead more so yourself, and things more close to home. So it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's an energy of like getting things organized, getting things prepared. You've protected what you need to protect, and now it's time to move onto new fields, to start growing new things. And I was almost giving an energy of like when your kids go off to like elementary or middle school, or like when they go off into like life, then it's like, oh, you've done a good job so far protecting them and such, and now it's time for them to go on and start like learning for themselves. But like this first energy I was getting was like plants, where it's like now you've grown it to like a certain point, now it must like continue to grow itself as now you continue to take on a new chapter in your life. I don't know if that any of that's making sense, but if you do have kids, maybe going off into elementary or middle school, it's like that's what the energy is. It's like now it's time for them to sort of teach themselves, and at the same time, you can keep growing for yourself. You can start working on new projects or growing more so yourself. It's like now you can take away some of the energy that you needed with the Ten of Wands, where you needed to really focus on something that you were growing. Now it's starting to grow itself, and now you can start to focus on either growing something else, or you can just focus on yourself for the moment, because like now it's time for that thing to start growing itself. Um, Whatever that may be, not that thing, maybe that child. Sorry, you know what I mean. That energy of whatever it is. But the Knight of Pentacles is really nice because it's like now the wheels are moving. Now things are moving forward, is what it's saying. Definitely the overall energy is like now things are really, the process is really moving forward, because things are changing. Well, the Knight of Pentacles is almost like Virgo energy. It's like things are changing, but you're not. There's still like a root core to your process, or like you know how to do things. So again, following your own path. Oh, at the bottom of the Three of Swords, whatever that's about. Oh my goodness, healing that for sure. Um, you things are moving along. Things are starting to move along, which is really good. Six of Pentacles, and like you're doing it in a very balanced way, but overall things are moving along. And I don't know if that's gonna come through in a sign, or if that's gonna come through in like. Well, I mean, it's funny. It's funny enough because like it hasn't rained like this in a while. So I mean, maybe that's my personal sign in general. But like Maybe it'll come through in a sign, or just like in a way that like you can tell that your environment's different, or just something that is important to you that you'll notice. But like things things are starting to change for the and it feels for the better with all this rainbow and 10 energy. It feels for the better, but things are definitely moving and changing at this current time. Um, I'll shift it around to see the Knight of Pentacles. Very beautiful. All right. I hope this helps. Make sure again to like, share, and subscribe. Comment. Put on notifications if you like. And again, I hope to see you guys next week. If you want a personal reading, info for that is down below. You can just hit my email for that if you'd like. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Thank you again for being here. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.